Okay, fans of music, it is I, Dave, the real music observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there, and this guy here. Axl Rose joining AC/DC. I've already addressed this. Here's how I'm going to posit this video, though. Brian Johnson, if you're not coming back to sing for AC/DC, urge your bandmates to find somebody who kind of sounds like you. That's it. That's the whole premise of the video. Journey, right? Talk about Journey a lot. Legacy sound. We heard in John Cain's book, The Cosmos, The Man, The Myth, The Legend, The Band, all that stuff. That Jeff Scott Soto, who's a fine singer, wasn't what they were looking for as far as keeping the legacy sound. Chicago, the band, right now, having a little identity crisis, even though I'm getting messages all the time, they sound better than ever, according to Jimmy Pankow and others who have seen them. They sound right now like a Vegas lounge act. Okay, you could go around the country. There's this band called Introduction. They sound like Chicago more than Chicago does. In Russia, you've got Leonid and Friends. They sound more like Chicago than Chicago does these days, and they're just more interesting and they're more compelling. If you want to keep AC/DC in that mold where they're still making legitimate music, you don't bring in a guy who is really way too distinctive, to put it nicely. Although I would say kind of annoying vocally. I've never been a fan of Axl. Never. Apatite is a great album, and this Vault thing that they're selling for like $1,000. Who makes up this pricing? I mean, if you're a devoted fan, I guess you're going to drop $1,000 for some unreleased music and nice packaging, and I don't know what else you get. I guess maybe you get tickets to shows, or you get, you know, once they get that Mars thing going where you can take a ride up to Mars or the moon, maybe you get on board that thing and you come home and stuff, and maybe Axl takes the mission with you. I mean, it's way too much money. Save your money, folks. You got to buy food, right? Or maybe get some concert tickets. They got that $20 thing going on right now through Live Nation. All right, I'm way off topic here. The point being is that bands who recruit singers, and by the way, Queen did this with Paul Rodgers. I didn't like it because it sounded like, hey, they were doing songs by Free, okay? Queen, all right, was not performing songs by Free when Freddie Mercury was on planet Earth, okay? By the way, I should really do a Freddie Mercury video, greatest frontman in the history of music. You know, Steven Tyler, Mick Jagger, but really Freddie Mercury just was the best. Let's just go backward, though, here to the whole Axl Brian Johnson thing. There are bands out there who play AC/DC music on a nightly basis. By the way, you might want to try to get Phil Rudd back in the group. I know that's a mess, but get some original guys in who can, or guys who were with the group for a while. Anything, instead of just being the Angus show, you know? Get Angus, get a couple of these guys who were in the band to come back, and then, you know, find a vocalist that fits that Bon Scott, Brian Johnson mold. That's all I'm saying, people. That's it. It's not rocket science. It's not complicated. Axl DC isn't my thing, okay? It just isn't. And he should stick with Guns. By the way, Axl, get the classic Guns lineup back, or as many members as you can, and try to record an album like Apatite, and then maybe I'll listen to you again. I don't know where your voice is these days, but I know for a fact that your voice does not sound like Bon Scott or Brian Johnson. And Brian, try to fix the hearing, okay, if you can. I know it's tough, but if you fix the hearing, then this is off the table and you can go out and tour. And I don't know why they don't just record an album with you, because I think they could probably get you in the studio, but who knows? Haven't heard much about that. All right, I'm done. This video is too long. Talk to you soon.